Rewire your brain. How to control your mind and emotions. Have you ever noticed how by the time we hit our mid-30s, so much of who we are feels like it's on autopilot? About 95% of our personality is just a collection of behaviors and emotional reactions we've memorized without even realizing it. It's like we're stuck in a loop, playing the same old script over and over again. If you've felt that frustration, you're not alone. Today, I want to share with you how to break free from that cycle and take the reins of your mind and emotions. Welcome. Today, we're diving into an incredibly intriguing topic: the power of neuroplasticity and how we can gain control over our emotional lives. If you've ever felt like your mind is just running the show, or you find yourself reacting instead of responding, trust me, you're in good company. We all develop these unconscious habits that guide our thoughts and feelings. But here's the silver lining: you have the ability to change that. In this video, we'll explore how to rewire your brain to take charge of your mind and emotions. I'm going to share practical techniques that you can start using right away to break free from those old patterns and replace them with new ones that empower you. Understanding the hidden script. Let's kick things off by unpacking what this hidden script really means. Essentially, it's the collection of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that we've ingrained in ourselves over time. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics: we become what we repeatedly do. This reminds us of the immense power our habits have in shaping who we are. Most people don't realize that by the time they reach their mid-30s, their habitual responses have become almost automatic. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This is a stark reminder that if we're not aware of our patterns, we're essentially living life on a loop, shaped by our past experiences and learned responses. Key insight: emotional loops. Think about it. Our emotional memories can significantly influence how we feel in the present moment. For example, if you have a stressful morning, you might end up snapping at someone later in the day, even when they did nothing to deserve it. That's what I call an emotional loop, a cycle of habitual responses that can keep us trapped in anxiety or frustration. The science of neuroplasticity. Now, let's dive into the fascinating science behind rewiring your brain: neuroplasticity. This is the brain's incredible ability to reorganize itself, creating new neural connections throughout our lives. Every time you learn something new or practice a new behavior, your brain lays down pathways that can strengthen or weaken, depending on how often you use them. How it works. Repetition builds pathways. When you repeat a thought or action, it reinforces the neural pathways associated with that behavior. Imagine it like walking through a forest. The more often you take a particular path, the clearer it becomes, making it easier to navigate next time. Stress and anxiety. Often, stress comes from our brains reacting to perceived threats, whether they're real or imagined. This can lead to ongoing anxiety that impacts our overall health and well-being. Recognizing these responses as learned behaviors gives you the power to change them. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Here's something cool: the brain doesn't always differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By mentally rehearsing scenarios, like visualizing yourself calmly handling a stressful situation, you can actually begin to build new neural pathways that support positive responses. Practical techniques for rewiring your brain. Now that we've covered the theory, let's get into some actionable steps. Here are 6 techniques you can use to start rewiring your brain today. Mindfulness and awareness. Start practicing mindfulness. Focus your attention on your present thoughts and feelings without judgment. This helps you see them as temporary rather than permanent fixtures. When you find yourself in an emotional loop, pause for a moment and choose a different response. Habit change framework. Implement a structured approach to changing your habits. Understand why this change matters to you. Identify any obstacles in your way and work to eliminate them. Create a personalized plan with small, manageable steps. Stay consistent and forgive yourself for any setbacks. Regularly reflect on your progress to keep yourself motivated. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Take a few minutes each day to visualize yourself successfully navigating challenging situations. Picture yourself responding with calmness and confidence. This practice can help solidify those new neural pathways. Embrace discomfort and resistance. Remember, feeling uncomfortable with change is totally natural. When you face that discomfort, recognize it as a sign that you're on the right path. Pushing through it is part of the rewiring journey. Lifestyle supports. Make sure you're prioritizing quality sleep, engaging in regular exercise, and introducing new experiences into your life. Practicing gratitude and seeking out positive emotional experiences can also help build resilience. Daily small choices. Make small, intentional choices every day. For instance, take a moment before reacting to a frustrating situation. Choose patience instead of irritation, or limit distractions like scrolling through your phone first thing in the morning. Those tiny choices can build up to significant changes over time. If you're finding this information helpful, consider giving that like button a tap and subscribing for more insights on mastering your mind and emotions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one habit you're determined to change? Overcoming the fear of change. Let's face it, change can be uncomfortable. Our bodies often resist unfamiliar emotional states, preferring the safety of known suffering. This resistance can feel overwhelming, but it's essential to recognize it as a natural part of the process. The more you practice facing that discomfort, the more resilient you become. Always keep in mind that freedom isn't about the absence of obstacles. It's about mastering how you respond to them. When you consciously choose your reactions, you start to reclaim your power. Philosophical insights. As the Stoics remind us, true freedom comes from self-mastery, not from external circumstances. Our imagination can serve as both a prison and a key. It can trap us in fear or liberate us through hope and vision. Embrace this idea as you embark on your journey to rewire your brain. Building emotional resilience. As you work on rewiring your brain, it's crucial to focus on building emotional resilience. This means developing the ability to face life's challenges without being overwhelmed by past emotional patterns. Here's how. Awareness of triggers. Identify what triggers your negative emotional responses. Once you recognize these triggers, you can devise strategies to manage them. Positive affirmations. Use positive affirmations to counteract negative self-talk. Remind yourself of your strengths and capabilities. Support systems. Surround yourself with supportive people who uplift you. Sharing your journey with others can provide motivation and accountability. Conclusion. In wrapping up, remember that rewiring your brain to take control of your mind and emotions isn't just possible, it's absolutely within your reach. By understanding the science of neuroplasticity and applying practical techniques, you can break free from that hidden script that has been dictating your life. Change takes time and practice, but every small step you take brings you closer to the life you envision. As you embark on this journey, remember that the power to change lies within you. So, are you ready to take control of your mind and emotions? Let's start rewriting that script together. If you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, you have the power to shape your future.